So you're trying to buy a new portable computer, and you've probably hit this exact wall. Do you get a Chromebook or a traditional laptop? It's a really confusing choice, I get it. But don't worry, in the next few minutes, we're going to cut through all the noise and figure out which one is actually right for you.
Okay, let's just dive right into it. On the surface, yeah, they look pretty much identical. But underneath, they are completely different machines and they're built for totally different people. So, Chromebook or laptop? By the end of this, I promise you'll know exactly which one fits your life.
You know, the single biggest difference, the one thing that changes absolutely everything, it all comes down to the operating system. Think of it like the engine of the machine. Understanding this is the key to your entire decision.
So what even is Chrome OS? Well, the easiest way to think of it is like a supercharged web browser. It's built by Google to be incredibly lightweight and fast. Pretty much everything you do happens either through the Chrome browser or through apps from the Google Play Store, just like on your Android phone. The whole philosophy is about simplicity and living in the cloud.
And this right here, this is the core trade-off. On one side, you've got Chrome OS, which gives you this super streamlined web-first experience that's simple and really secure. On the other side, you've got the heavyweights, Windows and macOS. Now, they're built to run powerful, installed desktop software. I mean, everything from professional video editors to high-end PC games. So it really comes down to this: simplicity versus raw, unadulterated power.
To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to compare them head-to-head on the things that actually matter in your day-to-day use. So let's jump into our 5-point comparison and see how this all stacks up. Okay, look at this comparison, and the battle lines become incredibly clear. Chromebooks just kill it on battery life. We're talking a full day, easy, and they offer incredible value, usually staying under that 400-pound mark. They feel super snappy for anything you do online. Laptops, on the other hand, have this huge range of performance and price. They're capable of handling everything up to intense video rendering. But all that power often comes at the cost of battery. And it all circles back to that core software difference: simple web apps versus full-on desktop programs.
Ah yes, this is probably the #1 question I get, and it's a huge one. Can I use Microsoft Word or Excel on a Chromebook? The answer is yes, but with a very, very important catch.
So here's the crucial point. You can absolutely access and edit your Office documents, no problem, but you'll be using the web-based versions through your browser, or maybe the Android app versions. What you can't do is install the full-featured, powerful desktop versions of Office that you're probably used to on a Windows PC or a Mac. Now, for a lot of people, the web versions are perfectly fine, but for any power users out there, this could be a total deal breaker.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground. Let's distill all of this down into a really simple scorecard. It should make weighing the trade-offs even easier. For Chromebooks, the pros are just so compelling. They are incredibly affordable, super easy to carry around, they have marathon battery life, and they're famously simple and secure. The downsides, though, are just as clear. Their software capabilities are pretty limited when you're offline, they are definitely not built for demanding creative work or serious gaming, and they really work best with a solid internet connection.
And for traditional laptops running Windows or macOS, the biggest pro is just raw versatility. I mean, they can run virtually any software you can think of and can be configured with immense power. The cons? Well, that power comes at a cost, both in price and pretty often in battery life. And while you can get some ultralight laptops, many of the powerful models are definitely heavier and bulkier than your average Chromebook.
Now, before you make a final decision on a Chromebook, there's one critical little detail you absolutely need to know. It's called the Auto Update Expiration Date, or AUE for short. This is basically a built-in shelf life for software and security updates.
The great news is that Google now provides 10 years of automatic updates for all new Chromebooks, starting from the release date. That's fantastic. However, if you're buying an older model, or maybe a refurbished one, it is absolutely essential that you check its AUE date, because once that date passes, it will no longer get those critical security updates.
Okay, we've looked at the tech, the software, the specs, all of it. Now for the most important part, matching the right machine to your actual life. Let's figure out which camp you really fall into.
A Chromebook is probably the perfect choice for you if your world is online. If you're a student using Google Classroom, if you're someone who needs a light device for travel, or if you just want a hassle-free, affordable computer for browsing and streaming, the Chromebook is your champion. If simplicity and all-day battery are your top priorities, honestly, look no further. On the other hand, you should definitely 100% buy a laptop if you rely on specific powerful desktop software. We're talking Adobe Photoshop, professional video editing tools, PC games, that kind of stuff. If your work or your hobbies demand maximum performance and you need a machine that can do absolutely anything you throw at it, a Windows laptop or a MacBook is the right tool for the job.
So, after all of that, what's the big takeaway? Let's just wrap this all up with one final crucial thought.
You know, this is the most important thing to remember. There is no single best computer. A Chromebook isn't a bad laptop, and a laptop isn't automatically better than a Chromebook. They are just different tools designed for different jobs. One is like a versatile multi-tool, and the other is a specialized, super efficient device. So, the final question isn't for me to answer. It's for you. Take a good look at what you actually do every single day. The tasks, the apps, the places you work. Now that you know the real difference, which tool is the right one for your job?